Alright, this is something I've shown before with a Coke can. This is just an old beans tin, this. I've rinsed it out, but you can see traces around the top of what's been in it. I've just eaten these today. As you can see there, it's still got the glue and the paper on off the label, which will burn off in due course. Around the bottom of the tin here, on that flat non-ribbed piece, about 2 centimetres from the bottom, I've punched a circle of holes as evenly spaced apart as you can. I've done that with a screwdriver, so it's pretty easy to do. Just be careful you don't bend or deform or split the tin while you're doing it. If you put the screwdriver in and just sort of like work it, eventually it'll go through, and then you use the shaft to make a hole, you know. I've also punched 12 holes around the top, just underneath where the lid used to be. This is quite handy because a lot of the ring pull bean tins now have a reinforced lip around the lid, which helps. And I've punched 12 holes, sort of like as equal a distance apart as you could do it in a non-workshop sort of situation. You can see there's nothing in it. Like I said, I've shown this before with a pop can, which I've done dozens of times, but with something like this, what you can do is like you can use, I've used one of these like 30, 40 times over a month at work when I've had no kettle and that at work. So what you can do is like when you can keep your matches and stuff and keep a little bottle of meths in that and keep it in your pack, you know, it's quite sturdy and it stays sturdy, you know. The pop cans tend to be useful for like, say, half a dozen goes, and then they start turning into tin foil. And you can, I mean, from day one, you can never keep them in your pack, you know, or keep anything in them because they'll split and deform and bend and squash and that. These are pretty, you know, pretty sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere, that. So here I've got like a cap, small cap. You can see how small that is compared to the tin. It's off a coarse little mouthwash bottle actually, full of like methylated spirit. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to aim to boil 2 litres of water, 2 cups of water with it. So if you just bear with me. So I've got the water there. That's like 2 camping cup sized cups of water. The meths goes in very carefully. It's always best to like gauge it and work out exactly how much meths you need for the burn, because as I've said before, when I've shown the pop can version of this, there's no way really you can save the fuel. You can't put it out and save the fuel. I've never worked out a way of doing it safely. So, and if you're on your own in the wild, you don't really want to be fucking around with burning alcohol. So, like that, we'll put the water on, give it a boil. It usually boils quite quick, and it's safe to use, reasonably safe to use indoors if you take precautions, you know. Also, if you like on anything like uneven ground, which you generally will be outside, make sure you get the pot on as square as you can because it's only a narrow tin. I don't know whether you can actually see any flames from the, in daylight. Burning alcohol is very difficult to see, but you can see the heat shimmer there against the pan, I think. There you see the flames now. That discoloration is actually the line of the can burning off, I think, the interior of the pan, so that only happens the first time you use it, obviously. Now we can just show you. The flames tend to bloom out. Bottom of the can, so. There you can see the blue flame there, just cresting out just blooming out the top of the can, underneath the pan, where the pan sits. That's been on there now for about 2.5 minutes, so. Like the water is already hot, not just warm, it's actually hot. So this does have quite a good boil time. It's set up. About 4.5, 5 minutes in now, so still burning. For an egg cup full, for like less than an egg cup full of methylated spirits, that's pretty good. It's like I explained before, if you pour loads of meths in, it's going to come out of here anyway. But if you learn to use just the right amount for what you're boiling, things like this are better for boiling water, for hot drinks, or for cleaning wounds or whatever. They're better for that than for cooking on, because they burn quite fiercely. In a little over 5 minutes, so that's to a rolling boil already, or close to it, like. So it is a pretty good, and like I say, there you go, it's rolling now. So that's your water cleaned, and like I say, it's still burning. We'll probably do another tin of water, another cup of water on that, for like that much meths, One of the things I will say to you is, once it's gone out, don't touch the tin. I've worked with people who've gone, oh well, that's good, isn't it? And gone to pick the tin up, and burnt the fingers. Like, it gets very, very hot, obviously. So once it goes, it's best to let it go out by itself once you've finished boiling water. Again, the importance of learning the right amounts to use. I've sort of got it off pat now, so. But it's all right. Like you can boil water with these. They're a bugger to cook on, but you can boil water with them really, really quickly. And if you've got if you've got a tin can and something sharp like a screwdriver or a knife, you can make one, And like I say, you can keep it in your pack and carry stuff around inside it. It'll last you longer than the pop can. And it's, you can find them lying around in emergency situations, like. And there it is. Thanks for watching.